Okay. So here we go. So we save the games. We basically boot a new game server, and then the game server is joined by the user, and then we save the game server. So essentially, the socket is now remembering a user ID and a PID process ID for whatever game server it's talking to. And then we return the socket. Okay. And then when the game requests to start, let's just log this out as well and say io.put user requested to start, and we can say the user ID is like this, equal to the socket user ID and the game server PID is equal to the socket game server PID, right? And I might just break these up a little bit. Okay. And let's extract that and rename that game server PID, and then we get a game state. Okay, and then we apply with the game state, and this is now, oh, I should be using dollar signs here. Okay, and I think I'm going to need to start writing some tests. So we've now got, we added this thing called XUnit watch or something. So we now have a file system watcher. Okay, here we go. Room channel 28. Is it plus? Maybe I'm just thinking Ruby. Okay, that seemed to work. Could not start application. The module commune.present was given as a child to a supervisor, but it does not exist. It's supposed to be commune web. Silly me. Okay, so let's go into our mix and find, oh, not mix, our application. And find this, and it should be a commune web, and we'll just put it down there before the present stuff. Cool. So our tests are now passing, and I think that is a good place to commit. And where did we get to on here? Are we done? Okay. Add dummy start call to drift games. Okay, cool. And we'll just say like added presence. It's essentially all we've done, right? I mean, we've done a little bit more, but we'll just say we have added presence. Okay, and then let's take a look at this demo and figure out what was happening here in order to support the presence. So after join, we push the present state, Okay. So we can handle that. In our room channel. After join, okay, so okay, so we start tracking the online time here, and okay, so yeah, we're already doing that, and we're actually doing better than what's there because we're saving the thing. Okay. All right. And I don't know if there's anything else here. I guess we'll. Okay, what I'm actually going to do is I'm not going to run the server in Studio Code. What I'm going to actually run the server in iTerm, and that way we can see the log of the server next to the game. So if we cd into development and go into UI platform, cool, and let's run our mix task fix, short for Phoenix .server, and I'm expecting this to crash. Oh no, cool, no crash. Fantastic. Okay. So now let's boot up our game. And we will drag that a little bit over here. And I think what we did was that we actually turned off the connect somewhere. Connect socket? Oh no. Okay, I'm going to have a look and see if there is a shorthand for Godot. Output to screen. See if there's like an easy way to do this. Also an info content. Okay, yeah, this is sort of what I was looking for. In-game console, yeah. Okay. Let's go and let's download that, and let's go give him some love on GitHub. Star. And maybe read through this. Writing to console using right line method, okay. Okay, so we just need to plonk that in our add-ons folder. Cool. All right. So fantastic. So yeah, I should probably make sure I've got Discord running. No, not right now. Okay. So you can delete these. No, we don't need them anymore. Whoa, nope, don't need that. And okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove that, and I think okay, so let's put this here in our add-ons and paste it. And he does say, even though I don't think it's quite important, oh god, alright, he does say he wants us to call this what? Quentin Caffino console, and I mean there are the README will just be this, right? Add new actions to the. Okay, so we need a console toggle button. So we need to go to our project settings, plugins, and okay. And let's just add a new action, and we'll call it console toggle. And I think we want that to be escape. Okay. So now okay. Oh, of course it's not working because we haven't enabled it. Not too sure why that is not appearing. Huh. Project add-ons. I think this might have been an old version of Godot. What I will do, just in case, is I will quit the editor and then restart and see if maybe that makes a difference. Nope. Okay, no biggie, no biggie. That's fine, that's fine. So we're not really seeing any connections happening here. Is connecting true, socket error, is connecting false. Socket is connected, starting to join channel. Disconnect, okay. So it looks like it was connecting over and over again. It's not what we were seeing last night, was it? Okay, so let's have a look. WebSocket localhost 4000 socket, and then drifter. Default socket URL, yeah. Okay, so we might just comment out this stuff for now. And the channel name, room default. Game name is game name, subscribe to channel events. And then we add the socket to our network. And then we connect. So here I'm just going to log connecting socket, and then I'm going to just number the events in the order that I expect them, and then we can sort of just figure out what's happening and what's not happening in what order. So I think what should happen then is on 2 socket opened, and then we expect a 3 on socket is connecting, and then we expect eventually a 4. That 3 should probably might take a couple of times. Oh, what? That's not supposed to happen. Okay, let's have a look at this demo and see. When was this last? Godot 3. Okay. Pardon me. So if is connecting. On socket connecting is connecting. Okay. And where does he call the channel.join? He just does it there. Oh, maybe we need to set topic. Okay, so here we should say like channel.set topic, and we'll just call it the channel name. Maybe we'll call it channel topic. Oh. What's the difference between channel name and topic? Okay, screw it. We'll just say channel name. So I guess the channel name is room. Oh, I see what's going wrong. Okay, and then that might explain why we're not seeing a lot here. Okay, so the channel name is room, and we can export this as well. The topic is just default, I believe, and then here we create the channel of the channel name. And here we set the topic. Do we call it topic name? No, we should have. Okay, topic name. And then we join. And then what we expect is a 5 on channel event, then a 6 on join result. At this point we push the start event down the wire, and then we expect another 5 there. So let's just put 5 and 7. Kind of. Okay. Let's bring Godot out of full screen mode. So we're getting 1, 3, 4. Okay, so we're not getting 2. Why are we not getting 2? Socket opened. On open, on socket open. Huh. Message connection error. Okay. And here we're not getting anything, are we? So if I close this, like, we don't seem to be getting much of anything. Is it HTTP? Okay, that's odd. So if I go to HTTP localhost 4000, I expect to see this, and I can see I've joined successfully to the WebSocket, and then if I write let's close that. So we can go into our JavaScript code here and priv, not proof. Assets, Java app, so socket. Okay, good. So socket.channel room lobby. Let's say room default, and then we can say join successfully, right? And then at this point we can say channel dot push start, and we can just say bogus start conditions. And then what do we expect? So then we can say, like, here before we join we can say channel dot on message, and we'll just see what were we sending back here. Reply. Oh, and that should actually be a start success. I mean, it could just be a start, right? And then the socket would receive the start event what? Okay, well, let's just see if we can trigger stuff here. Okay, what's happening? Phoenix does not implement access behavior. Socket.fetch 2 is undefined. Okay, I know why. Where is it though? In the room channel 19. Okay, so it's because I was doing some weird stuff. So it should be signs and now room channel 19 again. Oop, forgot to remove that. Key user ID not found. Alright, that's fine. So we should have got that, right? Should already be part of the socket. So I think what happened was we were already connected. Join crashed, okay. User ID not found in. Oh, that debugger is complaining as well, isn't it? IO dot inspect socket. There we go. Alright, so the user has interesting. I'm doing something wrong in the assign. So let's go and find the Phoenix channel and have a look here. So it looks like this is not actually getting called. User socket. User connected to socket, yeah, with the user ID. Okay. So sorry, it did. So the problem is that socket's not getting updated. Oh god, I'm so silly. Okay, there we go. All right, so that's the problem there. I forgot. Everything in Elixir is immutable. So now when we refresh, oh yeah, let's just remove that little bit of stuff. Where will it be? In templates, layout, and okay, cool, fantastic, joined successfully. So we keep joining. And we keep crashing. Bad argument in arithmetic. Okay. Room channel number line number 27. Let's have a look. Okay, we don't need all of that additional information. So let's just do it a little bit like that. Definitely need to do a little bit more TDD here. Okay, so here, let's have a look. Room channel 29. Yep, sorry, I keep doing that as well. Assigns dot, and then we call. Cool. Call to is undefined, alright. Whereabouts is that? So we are getting those bogus start conditions in there. Room channel 30. Okay, so let's just check the gen server documentation, which will be over here. Not quite here, it's just going to be in the Elixir lang. Elixir lang. Okay. And learning, or no, docs. And it's part of Elixir. Okay. And it's going to be right at the bottom, I think. Oh, there we go, gen server. Okay, PID pop, handle call, pop. So we want that to be a tuple from and state, right? So in our game server now, we expect to receive we can close that for now. So the game server is expected to receive PID and payload, and then when we call with PID and payload, we call gen server dot call. Okay, and that is not quite what we expect it to be. So to have a look at call, needs 3 arguments: server, the request, the timeout. Okay, so that's got a default value, so we shouldn't need to do anything more than that. And then what? Huh? And then what? Okay, let's just read this error through a little bit more. And so game server.call is undefined. Module game server is not available. Oh. Huh. So from room channel, what we really want to be doing here is saying cool. So we're just gonna pull this in and alias this as game server, and then that should get us past this error. And finally, this is not finally, but this is a new error, which is a good sign. Channel replies from handle in are expected to be status and response, so we need a reply reply tuple socket. So reply tuple socket, that looks like it's right. Reply tuple, we'll just say okay. No, wait, what? Oh, does this need to be okay? And then the game state, yeah, okay. So nice. So we received start on in the default room, and let's just check if the browser, if the JavaScript implementation is receiving the game state. Do we have, I think we have a bogus game state, right? Bogus state. So let's just check the WebSocket. So we can filter out just WebSockets here. And that one's going to be our live reload, and this one is going to be the one we actually are interested in. And we're just getting okay there. So let's think about this. So is the user requesting to start? Heartbeat. Oh, hold on. Maybe that's the one I meant. So response bogus, and then not a string. I've used the wrong. I've used, yeah, single quotes. So when you use single quotes, it's going to convert those letters to an array of integers. So now what we should see is bogus state. Alright, cool. So our JavaScript, we now know that our JavaScript implementation is correct. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to commit that. Not our JavaScript. So we've verified using JavaScript that our Elixir server is returning a start state for the game, right? And so we're going to say client receives bogus start state when they send the start event, right? Push that up. Okay, so now everything from now on is, until we can see that bogus start state, we know that it's all in Godot's hands. And that's gonna mean a little bit more sanity for us, I think. Alright, so before I even start, I'm just going to go through all of these little errors here and just make sure on collide with player. Queue free, okay. Alright, so we're not going to use the player right now, but we will later, so that makes sense. The signal collided with is not used. Yes, it's not. We changed that, so we can remove that. Connect returns a value. Okay, so let's say val connection equals, and let's just print connection and see what happens. Ooh, socket open worked. 3, 4, 5. Reason unmatched topic. Okay, so that looks now like we've got something a little weird with the channel name. So I think this should definitely be room default. And the channel name, I'm just going to call room channel. I don't know. Let's just say default. And let's see if that connects now. Join crashed. Okay, so let's just restart the server and see. Okay. Alright, that's fine. Cool. So what we want to do now is we want to handle the already started case. So this makes sense. Alright. So when the first user joins the game, hey IBTDI, I assume that's just BTD. Thank you for the follow. How are you doing this evening? Okay, so what's happening here, right, is when the first player tries to join, there's no game server, so we try and create it. And then when the second player tries to join, we try and create the game server again. And we knew this. If you look at last night, we knew this was going to happen. So this is happening here in this, and so I think we're going to use an Elixir case, and I'm still just a little rusty on some of the stuff, so you're going to have to bear with me. I haven't written any Elixir for about 3 or 4 months, so, and I have a tendency to just forget everything when I switch languages. It might be a cond. Yep, no, case. All right, cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to case. So we're going to say result is equal to this. Nope. Okay, so the result is equal to this, and then what we're going to do is we're going to case the result, and by default we're just going to go io.puts error could not start server. Usually we'd use a logger for this, but oh yeah, we need the underscore there. So the underscore is just like a match everything. And then what we're going to do is we're going to first of all, let me just check. Yep, arrow. Okay, single arrow. So if we start the server and we just get the OK PID, then whoa, didn't mean to do that. And then that means, oh, okay, cool, we just return the PID. Right? Oh no. Yeah, okay. So we don't, when we're calling internal functions, we don't need to worry about the tuples here. So we're just going to return the PID. And then in this interesting case where we got the error, right? Where was it? Yep. You'll notice that Elixir gives us an error, a tuple with error, and then a reason, and then the reason itself is also a tuple, and that contains a PID of the game server that's clashing with this one. So we're just going to return that. And so that means that we can essentially recreate the server. Well, essentially, we don't need to care if the server exists. We just keep trying to create it. And when it already exists, then we just get the PID back anyway. So cool. No worries, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to restart that server. And see how we're getting on. You can see on the left there our game is helpfully connecting constantly. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to close that JavaScript here, because that JavaScript tab is also going to reconnect constantly. And why does it keep moving it over there? Can I... window. Always on top? Yeah, go on. Test with allow high DPI. Oh. Interesting. Okay, so we're seeing a bit of a loop. We're seeing a Phoenix reply, but it doesn't look like we're seeing much more than that. Okay, so let's just restart the game and have a look. 0, 1, connecting. Okay, so that's interesting. So the on connecting number 3 happens before number 2, but it's saying is connecting true. So basically on socket connecting true happens before the socket opens. Then we open the socket, then we get another socket connecting event, but this time it's false, which means the socket connection is ready. Then we get a socket is connected, starting to join the channel, and at which point we what are we doing then? What's happening in number 5? Let me remind myself. So we're just getting a Phoenix reply with no payload. That's a bit odd. And then we die because we don't send the heartbeat, I think. Okay, so let's read through this log here and see what's happening. Joined the room, the default room, with the game name Drifter. Game server joined by, so the user is getting a different ID each time they join, and that's fine. I'm gonna implement this as like an anonymous game to begin with. So every time if you disconnect and you reconnect, well, too bad, you start over and you're a new player, at least to begin with. Okay, let's have a look now. I think that's just all happening way too fast. So it does look like our when we set the game server, player joined the room. Okay, so it doesn't look like we're sending this. Oh yeah, we're definitely not sending this. On socket. Socket is connected. Starting to join the channel. So let's just debugger here. Oh, sorry, breakpoint. And see what happens. Okay, so I'm interested in the channel. Okay. Channel state. So what does channel state 3 mean? Let's have a look at this channel code. In fact, it might be better to just have a look at all of this stuff. So status results as a result. Why is that Phoenix reply not giving us much, is it? So the channel is getting joined, right? Joined room default. Okay, maybe we're not doing what it expects here. So when you join, okay, let's have a look at his code and see what happens when he does the join. OK, connection ID, and socket. So let's say this is supposed to be okay, so we can say that the user ID is equal to this, and that allows us to remove that, put that up there, and then what we'll do is we will provide the user ID back to the user so they know who they are. And let's refresh. Okay. On channel event, so we get the event Phoenix reply, we get a payload of, okay, so we got our user ID, which is really cool. So we are communicating with the server. This is the first piece of data we've actually received. I don't really know what this channel name is supposed to represent, but okay. Like we didn't need a channel name in our JavaScript implementation, did we? Socket channel, that's the topic. So then our socket should have is connected, yes. Channels has an array, and that is our where does that channel name even go? I wonder if he's even using it. Okay, hold on, let's have a quick look. So are we using it? Socket.channel. Okay, so let's find the channel. There is going to be a lot of channel, isn't there? Func channel. Okay, topic. What on earth? Okay, I think I understand what's happening. Okay, so what we'll actually do is, if that's the case, if he's using the channel name as a topic, then we'll just use the topic name here, right? And then we'll just get rid of the channel name because it just doesn't mean anything. And then let's plunk. So then we can sort of say what? So we've got a user ID. And this is where I guess we probably send the presence information back to the user. And we'll do that a bit later. So Phoenix reply payload. It's a payload on channel event. So if we remove this and we don't get a number 6, then we can probably just check the payload, and we can put maybe like a ready true, and then if you get a channel event with a ready, then we call start. Or honestly, we could probably just get the game state already from this point. Phoenix reply. Okay. Cool. Alright, so what we can do then, if that's going to be the case, what we'll do is when we give them, okay, so let's say join payload is equal to that, and then we'll place that in there, and then we can say ready true, cool, and then when we hold on, what if we said ready with the join payload? Is that how we're going to send an event? No. What's happening? JSON code not ready for. Okay, yeah, okay. That's to be expected. All right. So, yeah, we can't do that. I wonder if this would make a difference. I'm confused how it's just always a Phoenix reply. Oh yeah, of course it's a reply because there's no message being sent. This is just the join. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so the join payload, we're going to say we're going to give the user back an ID so that they can, I don't know what they're going to do with it, but it seems like a nice thing to do, right? Just give the user an ID. Users love IDs. Cool. So then what we say in our game server, right, is we say up here, okay, so we know we're definitely getting a 1, we're definitely getting the 2, we definitely, well, we don't really care about that just yet. And then we're getting the 3. I might keep the 3 in there. And then starting to join channel. You don't need to set the topic because that's going to be set by default now. And then we get we're not getting the 6 just yet. I feel like on this on join results, it's not getting called. Okay, I'm just going to have a quick look at what this channel.join is doing. Oh yeah, I forgot there's this outline down here. If not joined once, rejoin. If we're already joining or we are joined, then we just don't do anything. I don't understand what this join once is supposed to mean. I guess I'll just trust him. Okay, start rejoin. if reset rejoin position is rejoin is false. Rejoin position is less than default rejoin options. Okay, alright, I see what's happening. So essentially what we do is we try and join, and then we wait a certain amount of seconds, which is defined in an array at the top of this thing, if I remember rightly. One of these. Okay. Start rejoin. Alright. I feel like some of this code could be a little bit nicer. Okay. So at which stage does our channel emit on join result? There has to be somewhere else. Is that the only place? Because right now, I think this is a bug. Because right now we're getting a where was it? An on event, right? When we probably should that happens in two places. So I think there's something wrong with this code, but I think we can work around it for now. Because that shouldn't, I think that should actually be called. So like we should be get 3, 4, 5, 6, right? And then we should, but that's fine. Okay. So what we can say is we can say if payload I mean, we could actually put this in just manually, right? And we could just say that the event is joined, right? And if the payload.event and the payload.event is equal to joined, right? Then we push the start event, right? Okay, and let's just have a look here. Right, and string. Okay. connect returns value. Okay, let's find this connect thing. I don't know what they suggest we do this. Godot returns a value, but it's never used. I guess what we could do to stop that error, right, is we would say for print error on close. I don't know. Okay, that's not my code. We'll clean it up later. Okay, so return value discarded. Function join returns value. Push returns value. Now what does channel push return us? True. Or false. Okay, I see. So what is in that payload now? Ah, silly me. Using JavaScript style. Okay, and then that now means we can uncomment that line. Cool. Now did the server get, no, the server got something weird now. So let's see what happens then. So we can say var result is equal to channel.push print, and we can say sent start message, and the result is result. And I guess the reason why this isn't working is because that is returning false. Okay, why is that returning false? So the channel, if not can push socket, can push event. The socket can push and is connected. So how is that socket not connected? Okay, so that's how he's doing it like that. All right. Yeah, I guess we can just do that. It's a little annoying, but yeah. Huh. I mean, if we just sort of hacked this a little bit and return true here, what would our code look like? Again. Okay, so we got, it looks like we got another payload dot has how will we do it? Godot has property dictionary has key. Cool. So if dictionary.has event, then we can do that. Cool, and we just got the game state. Alright, so it looks like we do have a bug in the socket. Alright, so let's go into the socket and have a quick, sorry, not in the, maybe in the channel, probably in the socket. So let's do a breakpoint here, right? And have a look at the socket. So why is that not connected? I think it's related to the reason why the join event is not firing. If join ref, what is join ref supposed to be? Interesting. So if we print here and we just say trigger and message, let's see what we get. Comment that one out. We really need some unit testing here, I think. Send start message, result false. Trigger. So we triggered something. Okay. Oh, this is quite a quite an odd little piece of code, to be honest. I thought this library was going to be more complete before I set out to do this. That's cool. We can improve it and then post it back up. Opportunity to do good. So we're triggering, and it's not a message, is it? You know what? Let's just break point here. Okay, so when we get the message is a node. Sorry, it's an object. And the message is what? Topic room default event Phoenix reply. Response status, okay. Okay. Status. So payload. Status okay, right? So what we can do is we can print this here and just say print received message with status. And let's just say print message event, and that's going to be equal to the message.get event. Okay, and just have a look-see. Received message with status okay, and something okay. So something is a little bit off here. So I think what's happening is when you join, it's creating a reference for the message. And then if the reply isn't a specific reply to that message, then it's doing something different. But I think for some reason, okay, I've got an inkling of what this is going to be. So oops. Who are you, Alfred Bowditch? I want to get inside your mind. And I want to pet your dog. So here in the game channel, when we join, match ID params socket con ID. After join, this is so opaque. Okay, so I'm pretty sure it has something to do with this. We're expecting this ref to be equal, but it's just not, right? Message ref. So we're expecting, let's say, message dot get ref. Unless we try and join multiple times, is that the problem? Join ref. Like if I don't try and join a second time, does that just work? Message ref null 1. Okay, so message ref. Okay. So maybe we can just get join ref. So if we try and get the join ref of that message, oops. So that might even be the bug, right? So what if we just call message dot get join ref, right? And see what happens. Null 1 null. Null 1 null. Okay, so I'm going to try one sneaky little thing first. So if I do this, I don't get any of this, right? I don't get anything without manually joining. No. So we have to manually join. And nothing is happening after this point, right? So we're forced to do that. So then maybe what we can do here is say if message.getRef is equal to joinRef, what happens otherwise? Maybe that's just supposed to be like an else. Or maybe we can just say elif, right? If the message dot get ref is equal to the message dot get join ref, then we also emit the join result. And we say, what do we say? What? Okay, the state is equal to joined if it's okay, otherwise. I think what we can do here is just put an OR. Right? And then get rid of all this. And then if we restart, we got a Phoenix reply event joined user ID. Okay. And then at this point, when we get the join result, oh, and the one thing that's not working anymore is this like send can oh god, okay, can push is connected, right? And so when we go into here, if state is joined, right, then can we say socket underscore socket dot is connected equals true? I mean, the socket should already have set itself to be is connected. So let's have a look at the socket. Is connected. Print setting socket is connected to true, and then where else do we have this? I suppose we can say here setting socket is connected to false. Oh dear, this library is not doing what I thought it would do. Okay, So the only place we're assigning these values, right, is there and there. So at some point, I guess we're not setting the socket as connected. Setting socket is connected to true, socket is opening, on socket connecting, socket is connected, so join channel, receiving this. What? Okay, well, it has been a very long day and I'm gonna need to take some sleep. I hope, I know this the stream has been a little bit slow, but I wanted to get us up and running before the big stream, the proper stream scheduled for tomorrow at 2 p.m. And I didn't want to promote this either because I knew it was going to be a bit of a slog. And it was. That's fine. So I feel like we're really close though, and I think we've got most of the hard work done, and so tomorrow we'll just need to tidy some stuff up and yeah, just get on with it, I guess. Okay. So in conclusion, what we've done today is we've just made a couple of tweaks to our Elixir server, and then we implemented the JavaScript client. And by doing that, we were able to verify that at least our Elixir code is correct. And that was a little bit of like a sanity check for us. So knowing that, it meant that we could focus on the Godot code without any doubt, which was really important, right? So we made a few changes to the Godot project, and most of the issues we were seeing were our fault, but it does seem there's a couple of bugs in the library that we pulled in, and that makes sense. That library was more of a demo and it wasn't even published, so I expect the author is probably only half done with it, and I might even try and get in contact with him and see what he thinks about the issues we're having, or if he's still interested in working on the project. So tomorrow we will be doing some more game development streaming. I think we will try and do a little bit more like sort of graphical stuff and fun shiny effects and that sort of thing. As long as we can get the basic networking stuff working, I think things will start to chug along at a much faster pace. But I'm definitely I'm confident. I think the game feels really nice, and you know, even if we can't get the multiplayer aspect going, I think the core gameplay is interesting enough that we could probably just keep building it in single player and leave the multiplayer till a little bit later. So if you're interested in keeping up to date with the different projects we're doing, head over to sebthecat.com. There are a number of blog posts where we detail all the projects that we're doing, and I try and make a note whenever I run into like a bug or something to publish it to the blog with a description of the bug and the solutions, or the solution that I've found, just so I can help, you know, whoever has the bug after me. there are a number of links in the stream profile page. So we've got like a YouTube channel where I'm going to try and post stream summaries, and barring that, just post the whole stream. I think we had a 17 gigabyte stream that I uploaded this morning because it's all in 4K, and that took a while. I tried to edit it, but I think it was going to take 12 hours to encode the file, and who has the time? Who has the time? So I didn't do that. I just pushed the whole thing up without editing it. Tonight, I think, because the stream has been shorter, we might be able to edit it. We'll see. So check out the blog, saidthecat.com. There is also a link to Twitter. I will try and tweet before we go live. And by popular demand, not tonight, because tonight was we didn't promote the stream at all, so we've barely had anyone on. But by the popular demand last night, I've set up a Discord server, and I've set up some channels for game development help, app development help. So if you want to post a question in the Discord, I will try and give you a response, and if you've got like an interesting problem, I'll, with your permission, try and bring it up on stream, and maybe we can work through it together, do a bit of pairing. So I do think that if you're sort of an aspiring game developer, app developer, and you want sort of a support network for your side projects, this might be the place. So I really hope we can get some cool creative people in that Discord channel. I know that there was quite a bit of interest the other night, so yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Alright, well, I'm gonna get some sleep. We all know how much cats love to sleep, so I'm gonna have a lovely night off. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Don't forget to follow. As always, take it easy, and ciao.